Yeah, so the first thing you want to do if you see the killer is run. Remember, avoid the knife, keep your life. Go Devils!
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Who's Bruce and our movie reviews? Your final bros have survived.
We are here with Brian Hotboy Lagrasta.
This is totally awesome, and we are joined by Shane fucking, I'm thinking hijab or book sock Smith.
That's totally crazy that you just said that.
Joined by Mike the Cannibal Gypsy.
You guys need me on this podcast.
That's true, and the Matt. I got nothing. You know what's funny? Thinking about the movie Totally Killer, obviously totally awesome. The comedy movie was directed by Neil Brennan. Do you know Neil Brennan is a comedian?
You know Neil?
Yeah.
I was shocked he directed Totally Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that until this very moment.
That is a thing. It is a
I feel
thing.
like comedians do well in other lanes or avenues.
Yeah, like that time Danny McBride, he like wrote that Halloween movie.
Which one?
Which one was
I believe
that?
the 2018 one.
Get the fuck out of
It
here.
was a solid film.
That's a thing?
I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna fact check myself real quick.
Cool. Well, it is the culmination of Halloween. Halloween has come upon us here. It is spooky season, and we're reviewing Totally Killer, comedy horror. Probably not the typical movie we'd review. It's such a spooky time of the year, but it's got an interesting vibe. It goes back in time, a little time travel, a little sci-fi, a little horror.
So, did you know anything about that, or you were totally taken back by
No,
the
I
fact
knew
that there was time travel in
I
this
knew
movie?
about it. I've seen this movie before.
Oh,
When it came out.
okay.
Because it obviously it's an Amazon Prime movie, and I liked it the first time I watched it. I knew it was a comedy horror movie, but you see comedy horrors, you don't know if they're gonna be funny or not. So there's always that risk going
You're
in of like,
skeptical.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of movies that you go into and they just fall flat and they're just not funny. The movie's got to be funny.
There's nothing worse than when a movie like this tries to do comedy and just falls flat
Yeah,
on its face.
it's literally worse. The worst. Now, this movie does have a specific type of humor, so I could see a lot of people not liking this movie. However, personally, I thought it was funny.
I concur. I thought this movie was very funny.
Yeah.
I LOL'd quite a bit.
You did.
Yeah.
Did. It's got a like really good cast too. Has a lot of people from other things. Like what's his name? Deuce Passage.
Chris Dubasage.
Yeah. So the old Deuce Passage, he is the professor in Jason X.
Wait, which Dubasage?
The one in the present.
Chris Dubasage in the present.
Yes.
President Dubasage.
The one that was writing letters to the mother.
Doing the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is actually the professor from Jason X.
I don't even remember that. That's
So
crazy.
do you remember how they're all like kids on a space station and they have that one professor? He's like, hey, he just wanted his machete back.
Wow.
That is Chris Dubasage.
That's crazy. And yeah, I mean, like it's got Julie Bowen, obviously Modern Family,
Yep. Yes.
Happy Gilmore. We love Julie Bowen. Lachlan Monroe from A Night at the Roxbury, White Chicks,
Yep.
all those movies.
Classic.
The father, he's just a great dude.
Scary movie.
Kieran Shipka, Longlegs, and Black Coat's Daughter, some other movies. Osgood Perkins movies.
Olivia Holt was just in Hard Eyes.
Correct, Olivia Holt. So yeah, and obviously Randy Parks plays the detective. He's in like so many TV shows and shit like that. So
And the redhead girl, she was just in Scream 6.
yes,
She's one of the killers.
yes, the girl that plays Tiffany, right?
Yes.
in this movie, yeah. So yeah, this movie's got a pretty good cast. I like the concept of like the Sweet 16 killer, a killer that not only kills on 16-year-old girls' birthdays, but also stabs 16 times.
Yep.
You think he's ever missed his mark? Like hit 14 or something?
He definitely does when they rewrite the
Yeah,
past.
because like I'll be honest with you, because like, when you find out who the killer is, he's strong, he's black, he's gonna get it in. And like they in new times, like the new killer is just fucking white and weak and gay.
Weak, white, gay.
Maybe not gay, but like yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Probably
Like,
gay, though.
yeah, for sure. Look, I like the killer. I like the theme. I think it's funny. So this movie does a lot of like they take the new age. Her character, Jamie, is like involved in like the new age woke things
Yeah.
like the way they are. But you go back to the 80s where there was no laws for anything, and it's like, oh wait, we can't do these things because like you just can't do that.
Yeah.
And now like, yeah, we can have like borderline racist like costumes and like things that we like. Times are different, and I like how they bring the element of like where we are now versus where they were then,
like when
30 years different. And it's funny.
It is. Like when she just gets lifted and tossed out of the party, like just stunned that a guy would pick her up and do that.
Yeah. Like what did she say? Like unwanted touch.
Yeah.
When like shit, like that doesn't exist back then.
No, not in the 80s.
So I don't know. I found this shit funny, and I think that the director does very good of navigating the different time periods.
Yes.
I don't know. It's like lighthearted. It's fun. It's
and,
cool.
and that's the thing. And that's what makes the movie funny is he doesn't do it in a preachy way.
No, exactly. Like that's the big thing. Like you don't make it political. You don't make it preachy. You just make it funny.
Funny. Exactly.
Hate preachiness on this
the
podcast.
it's
the worst.
We hate it.
It's the worst. When
we hate getting beaten over the head with stuff.
When people like overkill meaning, overkill politics, overkill religion, overkill all this stupid shit, just be funny. Just at the end of the day, just be fucking funny movie. And this, I feel like this movie does that, right? Like they bring in different like historical pieces that make it lighthearted, just like jokey, punchy. I don't know. Like they bring in the tropes, like the horrors of the group, like the bullies. They get like obviously they're ones that killed. Like they blend in all of these elements of like old horror movies well with new tropes, and I don't know, like it does well.
I agree. I agree.
Is the story kind of dumb? Of course. Like,
Well, it's a time travel story. I feel like any time travel story, for the most part, is kind of dumb because the rules are so chaotic with time travel. Like, there's because it's not time travel is not real, so you could bend those.
I'm
rules.
building a time travel machine so we can do this.
Yeah,
I'm just
like-
missing one or two
and
things.
like the only thing that makes it work, the machine is like it has to get stabbed.
yeah, exactly.
To be fair, I thought that was kind of funny.
It's literally ridiculous. It
Yeah.
makes literally no sense, but it's. I don't know. For me, I think
I
it's
like it.
simple,
Yeah.
it's funny, and it works, and I don't know. I enjoy it. Kind of like Hot Tub Time Machine. Like, a Hot Tub Time Machine can't transport you in time, but it's fucking bunch of dudes, bunch of fucking dicks, and it
Bunch of
just works.
swinging
There's
dicks.
nothing there.
Craig Robinson,
Swinging
a
Robinson,
fucking
in a hot
huge
monster dick on that guy.
dick. John Cusack, not a big dick, but just a
Nah,
fucking cool hot dude.
Jones probably got a bigger one.
Of course, but John Cusack's a cool dude.
He's a classic.
He has like a cool dick.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
Yeah, you see that dick, you're like, yo, John.
Like that dick smoking a cig.
Cool dick,
no,
dude.
he's great. Like that movie is fan. I love that movie.
Now, Brian, we transport Shane back in the 80s. Is he just like on just a ton of drugs?
Oh no, he's a serial killer.
And he's like beating women all over the country,
100%.
right?
Like you know all those like true crime docs. Like,
Yeah,
he's
so
on
they're
it.
all about Shane.
No, 100%. Yeah. Shane, thoughts?
Whoa! He's barely...
He nailed it.
Shane can't be contained in the big 2025. You think we can contain this guy in 1984?
If anybody listens to the show, just know that if you're hot, you can literally have your shot with Shane. Shane loves hot bitches, so he's gonna
He
fuck.
loves that
So just
stuff.
slide into his DMs.
I mean,
He's-
Hey, baby Shane.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like this kid.
Yes.
This kid is an all-time fucker.
I don't think that's a hot take. That
No,
that people like hot bitches.
You're dude. Is it fair to
That might
say
be the most realistic thing you guys have actually ever said on the
Just like
podcast.
you're not in the way you do, though.
you're an all-time fucker?
Yeah.
What-
Get Shane on a fucking grassy knoll. You are gonna squirt for days.
You will fertilize everything.
That grass could be dead. It will be brimming with life soon.
It's not hard to say that you're just a good fucker. Like, is that bad to say?
I don't know if it's bad to say. I just don't know if it's an.
He's
accurate
also
thing
got
to say.
incredible tongue and finger game.
He's so humble. He's just a good fucker
Yeah.
and a good tonguer. He'll tongue your ass.
Yeah.
He'll tongue your
He'll get
clit.
in there. Yeah.
He'll get in there. Yeah.
Back and forth. Between holes, he'll go one hole, the other hole.
You want a surrogate? Just call shit. He's gonna give it to you.
Great guy.
He does it. He's just a good dude. He's the
He
Eddie
is,
Royal
man.
of this
I don't think that was the button I wanted him to hit.
He's the Eddie Royal of this podcast. I say.
See, now was confused because I always thought Eddie Royal was a black receiver on the Denver Broncos.
That's nuts and true.
But in this movie, he's,
No.
he's a rocker.
Was Eddie Royal a first round draft pick? It
I
was
don't
either
know.
first or second, right?
Yeah, he was up there. He had a good 5-year run.
That's true. I'm gonna look that up. Actually, I'm curious now because you remind me of Eddie Royal from the Broncos.
It's a blast from the past, Eddie Royal.
That is a fucking. I didn't even think about that, but now that you mentioned it, Eddie Royal in the NFL. Played for 9 seasons, drafted in the second round of the 2008 draft by the Denver Broncos.
I feel like that's a short career though. 9 years.
Not like it depends. NFL 9 years is still impressive.
It just depends how many years he played in that. Because if he played like as a starter for 9 years, that's about fair.
Yeah,
it's about actually pretty good.
Yeah. Like if you're a starter for 9 years in the NFL, you had a good career.
He definitely wasn't a starter.
Dude, if I was growing up like just a super fucking athlete, NFL would be the last sport I'd choose.
I agree. No, I agree 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm telling you,
now
I'm choosing the NBA.
So like
you don't even have to play.
If you have to be, if you're going to the NFL, you have to truly like love and idolize the sport.
Yeah,
because you will get fucking
destroyed
in football.
Most NBA players
I would do baseball.
Don't even like basketball.
Yeah, no, there's no chance.
NBA players hate everything other than OnlyFans models.
Yeah, they love that.
Well, that's a fact.
They love that stuff.
And guns. They're into this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
They're into crime.
It's the life they chose.
Yep.
I might.
It's a great sport, though.
Baseball, though.
Baseball is the sport I would choose.
But for me, the season's too long.
Too long, but it's the safest sport. In my opinion.
Is, and you make a lot of money. But you know what life I would choose?
The spooky pit. Like,
yeah.
That's a crazy segue. Doesn't make any fucking sense. But in any case, Totally Killer is released in 2023. Infamous local killer. He's a serial killer. The Sweet 16 killer strikes again 35 years after committing several murders back in 1987, killing Pam Hughes and Pam's daughter Jamie. Jeez, he's gonna fucking try to revenge her mother's death and find out how she can revert it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Revert to checkpoint.
This film is directed by, Nachka Khan, and was in stars Kieran Shipka, Olivia Holt, Charlie Gillespie, Lachlan Monroe, Troy Lee Ann Johnson, Liliana Libierto, Kelsey Mawerna, Steffi Chinsalvo, Julie Bowen, Anna Diaz, and Jonathan Potts. This movie's got a pretty big cast.
Banging cast, if I
Well,
say
yeah,
so
it's got a
myself.
lot of characters because you got the 3 girls that are murdered. You got all the friends. You got also them in the past and the present. There's a lot of
A
characters.
lot of
involved.
stuff happening. Brian, do you like the killer's mask? I thought it was
I do.
kind of
You don't like it?
interesting.
I like it. I mean, it's a mask, right? I don't know.
Shane told me that it was like an amalgamation of like several.
Johnny Bravo, Rob Lowe, and
Lowe.
Kiefer Sutherland.
I see that. I see all of that. Johnny Bravo definitely, and yeah, because those guys were young
So they're
and
like
big in the 80s.
those. They were
That was like the inspiration for the
popping
mask.
in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
What was Kiefer doing in the 80s though?
Lost
Slaying puss.
Yeah, Lost
That's
Boys,
true,
bro. Lost
but
Boys.
acting wise.
I don't know. His dad was like doing shit, right?
Dude, I'm just
Like
saying, bro.
Donald.
He's the fucking famous
he's
vampire, in Lost Boys.
Yeah, you're right. He is the vampire in Lost Boys in the 80s.
True.
Yeah, he was actually really popping.
And obviously Rob has always been slaying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still to this day. I think he looks the same.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
doesn't age.
Yeah,
He might be a vampire.
Or Asian.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, I had to stare at Mike because I was so incredibly
No,
racist, and I would never say a statement like that.
I like that take. How do you feel about Norm Dubasage?
I like Norm. I think Norm's a great weatherman.
Dude has took home at least 1 Pulitzer. How do you feel about
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, his son will never be as good as him.
that? Not even close. This man's just reaping off shitty podcasts like the Final Podcast, while fucking Norm Dubasage is doing fucking Emmy-winning reports here.
Yeah, no.
He's suckling off our teat.
Yes.
I would say.
I agree.
It's like we kind of invented the game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we were actually the first ever podcast to exist.
Yeah, and the only podcast.
Yeah, no, podcasting wasn't a thing before us.
We are the best horror podcast. I will say it right now. I don't want to be like fucking rude, but like it's true.
Yeah. You other guys out there?
We're just chill. We're real dudes. We're just fucking.
We're
kicking
real.
it.
We're the realest people.
We're not fucking fake. Like we're just gonna do it.
We're just dudes.
Do you see the guy we have manning the board?
Yeah, this dude's got a huge dick. He likes
He
black
has an
chicks.
incredible dick.
The fact that he just loves black chicks. I mean,
Loves them.
this is only you get this shit on our podcast.
Get a bit of everything. Matt, you want some wine?
Yeah,
I'm good.
there's
Occasionally,
a
we
fucking
do
bottle
talk
of
about the
Merlot
movie.
right there from the fucking Cape May Vineyard. Remember we went there last year,
Yeah,
Matt.
it looks good. but
Is that from last
I gotta
year?
drive soon.
No.
So I'm not gonna
Okay.
bother.
So this is irrelevant. We did go to the Cape May Vineyard, but this bottle we didn't pick up.
Okay. I thought it was from the Cape May Vineyard.
You remember the
last
Cape May Vineyard? I think you took a couple of shits at the Cape May Vineyard. No.
Were you 2 shits at
He
the
definitely he took a shit at the Kit
Matt
Maven.
is
I was
incapable.
3 shits. That
Matt, 3 shits.
He definitely. I remember going in there. I remember ordering, and I remember you taking a shit at the Kit Maven.
Matt is incapable of going anywhere without pooping.
Because he doesn't have coffee today, so he hasn't shit today yet.
He's gonna.
No, I had 2 cups.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in trouble, guys.
Yeah, we're
It's
It's
over.
okay. We'll deal with it when it happens. Brian, we're the best and only podcast ever. What do we do on this show?
Yeah, thanks, Mike, for transitioning.
I got you.
Final Podcast is a show that reviews a horror movie, a new horror movie every single week, a unique film where we'll talk about the movie, we'll go in depth, scene by scene analysis of the film, and then after the film, we'll give our scoring from a 1 to 10. Where like 1 is a piece of shit, Sweet 16 killer, 10 being a Lachlan Monroe fucking just dynamite fucking masterclass film, and then we'll follow up with the best kill of the film, where Shane gives a eulogy of the best kill of the film. And
Right. Shane will get off his phone and then give a nice eulogy.
yeah, I mean, like he'll get off his phone for once in his life, and then we'll have a just really good banter, and it's a good program. You know, I mean, we do this every week. It's a fun program. Maybe we'll have a rewrite somewhere in there. We have a couple of cool segments. And we make it work, but just a couple of cool lads dudes that are just talking horror movies.
Yeah, and this is also I want to bring up the very end of Halloween. This is our last Halloween review.
And I hate that.
Yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
it. I'm gonna.
But-
Especially because I dread next week.
Well, yeah, because next week we get into his and her month, as we like to call it, or as we've been doing it, his and his month. And
It's not really a theme, it's just his and her pick.
yeah, it's kind of a theme for us though. But we decided to let Mike get first pick, and I'll tell you what,
I knocked it
we're
out
in
of
hell.
the park.
We're in hell.
I hit a grand slammer with that one.
We're in hell next week. So we'll get to that at the end. I just wanted to point that out, that Mike perpetually puts us in hell. Mike makes sure the podcast is as miserable as possible. It's actually really sick on his part, and I actually think he hates us.
I would argue that next week we are going to do something that no other horror podcast has done, is review an unreviewable movie.
Yeah.
We might talk about it for like an hour 10 plus.
And I don't know how we get that long. To be honest with you, it's
No,
literally, it is a movie that
You
is
think
truly
another
unreviewable.
stupid homo podcast?
Yeah, no
can talk about
stupid
that?
gay homo podcast is going to
we
review
do
this
that.
shit. This movie, the vibe, going back to the 80s, great music, right? Like great vibes, great jokes. How do you feel about the overall vibe of this movie?
I fucking love the soundtrack.
Soundtrack's fantastic.
So I was saying this to Mike the entire time we were watching it. The 80s are the one time period I think when you go back and look is like the music's fantastic. Like 70s, 60s, I'm like, whatever.
I
the
agree.
80s
Except
are
for,
like,
like, Elvis.
there's something about 80s music that just is timeless.
It truly is like an era that like you can do whatever the hell you want.
Oh, it was
zero repercussions.
Yeah,
I know.
80s
I get that vibe. From
the 80s were nasty.
Yeah, I feel like they're like it's just truly like a decade frozen in time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're thinking better music. What about like movies or fashion?
No, 80s movies are fucking awesome.
80s movies are good. I mean, yeah, I love 80s horror movies. If I was to say like what the best generation, it's very hard because I love the 90s.
90s
too.
are also
but
great.
the 90s is also the generation of like grungy, very like we want to change things,
Yeah.
and that's fine. And I do think a lot like the 90s products, I would argue, is probably the best product of all time. But I feel like it's not as like free and liberating as the 80s were.
Yeah.
90s was more like sort of raging
Yes.
against
Machines.
The Machine, which is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Great band. Yeah, I mean, even the 2000s, honestly, the 2000s were pretty lit. It's really once we got into like 2010 territory, things started to get a little dicey.
But don't you wish you could turn back time?
to the.
If I could turn back
Oh, no, I'm
time.
We were both going somewhere else.
I was going more or less where your fucking shirt was going.
Wait, where were you going?
Well, to the good old days.
Oh,
When you,
I thought we were still in the 80s.
I was in
I see how
2010s.
you went there.
Yeah, that's why
see how
I
you
had
went
80s
there.
brain. I'm
Now,
sorry.
Where you going?
I believe we're currently in the worst time period.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think we have
Yeah.
it. We have no
What good do we have now?
none. Nothing.
Everything's super expensive. Nothing's affordable, and the government's robbing us every day. So no, we're in the worst timeline.
Right. Even like the music, it's just bad.
Yeah, culturally,
There's so much
we're
bad
probably.
shit.
I agree. I think we're as bad, about as bad as it
because
gets.
no good music. You know what's crazy is like the best music that comes out is just the female pop singers at this point.
But the fact that
Some good
that
pop stars.
but literally the fact that is the music, like
Yeah.
it's like truly sad.
It is.
It's just not for me. But
No.
I don't know. You have some like diamonds in the rough, like 21 Pilots. Or it's all
Yeah.
There's good artists, but the majority just so like.
But so like, I'm trying to think of the timeline of 21 Pilots albums. Like, when was their first album that came out?
in 2000, like what, like 8 or 9? Like their very first
Oh,
one?
like you. Or
But that's
if you're
my
talking
yeah,
studio.
because that's my
it's
point.
2013.
They're more a 2010s band.
Right.
Well, no, Vessel came out what, in like 2010 or no?
13.
Yeah.
2013.
So that's what I'm saying though. Like,
But how about
I'm saying
before
like
Vessel?
today, like new stuff's coming out in the 2020s. Like, what good has actually come out in the 2020s?
like self-title.
Oh, that's 2009. Yeah.
Yeah. So what good has come out in the 2020s is my point. Like,
Nothing.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Like I think the 2010s took a downturn.
Yeah.
Like, big time.
You can find some good sleeper bands.
Well, I think like a lot of the stuff that we like is pretty like you're Bring Me the Horizons
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
Right. And I know there's always like you have your nostalgia, things you grew up with, but like,
You know what I hate about today? How easily impressed everyone is. Like, fucking, I feel like nobody's like funny or talented anymore. And like the people who get big are just because everybody's so brain rotted and easily impressed.
Well, that's the thing.
you have to do some crazy and see some crazy shit or do some crazy shit to really be like the it person right now.
yeah.
And like, you're not like, so you're not like, people don't get famous anymore unless it's on TikTok.
Yeah. Or Twitch.
It's a social media problem, honestly.
It's a big social media problem.
It's rotted us all.
Yeah.
We all know what the issue is. But,
Yeah. But no one's going to fix it because it's so addicting.
yeah.
But let's talk about the movie.
Yeah, we could go on a tangent about how shitty everything is.
Yeah, it's like creativity
Forever.
creativity stifled 100%.
Shane's worried about pizza right now.
He's so hungry and look at
Ooh,
his hair.
30.
His hair is
It's
like,
so damn straight. I'm gonna listen to whatever he says.
you know it's not moving.
What do you?
Because we haven't started talking about the movie.
Oh,
I get it because it's my wife. Yeah, I get it. Like, look, I'm married to it, so I understand.
yeah. Like it's not our fault that
But it's
we're
her
running
fault.
late, but it's Caitlin's
But it's
fault.
legitimately my wife's fault.
Yes.
I don't. In this one case, like she didn't break anything, so I
No, but it's her fault. She's gonna want food. If we're late, she's gonna fucking kill us all.
that's a good point. Okay.
We're in trouble and we should be scared.
Yeah, no, because she could get totally killer.
She has a pussy and that shit bleeds, and it's gonna be a fucking problem. You're gonna disagree with me?
No, so factually, you are correct.
Thank you.
You know that's how
Bodies work.
bodies
Can I
go.
please get some backup here?
I just
Bro, I'm just a dude. I'm fucking swinging dick. I'm just calling it like it is, and you're not gonna back me up?
it's just that was a weird.
When's the last time you had mine or Brian's back?
Yeah, just
So
get
you
our
weren't
fucking
just
backs.
Fully going against us.
Yo, just fucking take my dick and fucking
Take
jerk it
his
off,
dick.
and let's get my back.
Yank his dick.
No, we're
Take my shit.
we're yanking. I feel like is a topic for next week.
Bro, suck my fart and let's go.
I'm gonna fart into the mic.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. Okay, so this movie is the story of this girl whose mom is gonna get killed in the present.
Chris Dubasage.
Yes. Spoil it. Yes, Chris Dubasage is gonna kill her.
Jesus Christ! It wouldn't
Why would
reveal
you
it.
say that?
He's the one who said Chris Dubasage.
Who, Matt?
Well, he starts off the movie. He's got
didn't say
the
anything.
he's talking about the Sweet 16 killer. He's doing his podcast tour. I was gonna blow the load. You're the biggest preer of all time. That's just
No,
official.
wait. I was talking about the mom getting killed, and then you say Chris Dubasage.
Isn't it classic that he just prees
He
everywhere?
prees so
You literally just
much.
preed.
No, that's actually absurd.
But
That's absurd. It's literally what fucking happened, Shane. You preed. You were like, you couldn't wait to get your fucking load out and say that Chris Dubasage was the fucking killer in the
I
present.
literally was talking about the mom being killed, and you're the one who said Chris Dubasage.
Chris Dubasage fucking, yes, kills her in the present. I understand. But I'm just
all
talking about
get
the
it.
context of him going on the fucking tour of the Sweet 16 killer.
Right, that does happen at the beginning, but that wasn't like that important. That's why I didn't know we were like going back to that.
No, we just go right to the end.
yeah.
Why it wasn't at the end? I was talking. The scene with the mom dying is like 10 minutes into the movie.
I know, but the reveal.
No, my point was though I was talking about the killer, and then you said Chris Dubasage, so I thought you were saying Chris Dubasage.
See,
killed
he's
her.
throwing it in your face
Yeah,
that you
because he thought, but the thing is, like, he thought so fucking wrong.
so wrong, dude. So many
All
assumptions.
right, you know what?
Oh,
All right,
God.
no.
Oh, no.
You guys take it. Take it from here. I will take it to the back seat. And I actually want to see you two
Shane,
fucking pilot this ship.
no,
I
Shane,
told you, I
Shane,
can't pilot.
Shane,
Let's see it.
Shane, don't do bunny hands.
No,
turn
no,
off.
let's see
You
it.
can't do bunny hands. I'll
Pilot.
give you. No. No,
Pilot.
no. Listen, Shane, we're not doing that. We're a collective group. We're a good crew. We're a hot crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Chris Dubachage is the killer in the present. No, he's not the killer in the past. That's the magic of this movie. We have banter. We're not gonna just throw it away. I'm not gonna let us talk about it. Shane, you're a very good contributor.
No. I'm going to give my opinion, but I'm going to let you guys get us there.
Okay, fine. Well, in any case, I'll start. So basically, the big thing of this movie is there is a little disconnect between the daughter, whose name is Jamie, and the parents, where she wants a little liberty to do what she wants because, that's how kids are. She's an angsty teen. In any case, she wants to go out. It's Halloween time. So she does go out. The problem is she's going to leave her mother susceptible to the Sweet 16 killer because there is a killer who's been, has killed in the past, like 30 years ago, but the killer does come back and absolutely, I want to say murders her mother because that's true, but there's a standoff because the mother apparently knows self-defense.
She's an incredible martial artist.
She's been studying karate since she was 16.
The question
She
is,
would
what type of
legitimately
karate does she know? Is my question.
They might say it.
Is
I
it
don't
Krav
remember.
Maga, which is my favorite personally?
That's Brian's favorite.
They just said self-defense, I'm pretty sure. I don't
This
think they
killer, just
specified.
for context, killed 3 people back in the 80s. Killed Tiffany Clark on her 16th birthday, on the night of her 16th birthday. Killed Marissa Song and stabbed her 16 times in a cabin in the woods. And killed Heather Hernandez 16 times a Halloween night in a parking lot. This man is not afraid of killing people. He's not afraid of killing Pam Hughes and stabbing her 16 times as well. She can use all the mace that she wants to. She's not going to stop the Sweet 16 killer. It's just not going to happen.
No.
You know what's the biggest, scariest part of this movie? Julie Bowen is currently only handing out Smarties for Halloween candy.
What do you think
How
about that?
fucking sick is that?
I actually would love that.
If
Smarties
you pulled
are so
up to
good.
a house and you only saw Smarties in the bucket, you'd be
Yeah,
like,
but that's better than raisins or
Yeah,
something like that.
I like Smarties.
I like
I think
Raisinets.
Smarties are great.
I'd take a Raisinette as a candy.
Yeah, but
Raisins.
no,
I actually love
raisins in
raisins.
general.
Wait.
Oh, just plain raisin. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have Raisinets or Smarties?
Raisinets for sure. Nice chocolate coating on those raisins.
That's a horrible take.
That's an interesting take.
See, I think Brian's even on my side on that one.
You like Raisinets that much?
Yeah.
Over Smarties, though?
So I like Raisinets. I'm going to be honest. I just like all candy in general.
Right.
But I really do like Smarties.
Yeah.
I
agree. I think Smarties are great.
Even more than Smarties, though, you know what I really like is Sweet Tarts.
Incredible.
I
Sweet
fucking
Tarts are
love
great.
Sweet
See,
Tarts.
I pop a few tarts and I'm over it.
You think it just
I
gets
could
too
house
sour, gets too...
whole box of Raisinets and be like, give me another.
How about Milk Duds?
No, I'm not the great bear.
Yeah,
He does love Milk Duds.
Yeah.
I could house a whole box of Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, it's
though,
funny that we're talking about this.
for
'cause,
sure.
What is it? There's a Sweet Tarts alternative that my dad personally loves. It's not Sweet Tarts, but it's similar. And it's not Razzles, but this man loves it.
Oh, Razzles are
This
terrible.
dude's getting it from the dollar store. He's just chugging them all day
Oh
long.
wow.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
Matt, look at Sweet Tarts alternatives, and we'll get back to that. But yeah, this man just eating them all day long. This man just loves candy.
Laying on the floor of his living room,
He doesn't live
popping on
anywhere
a
else.
nice movie, maybe a sports game.
It's never a nice movie.
No, that's true. It's always a low budget.
It's always like antisocial behavior.
Oh my god, you love that movie, Shane.
It's classic. Absolute classic.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, Pam Hughes is gonna fucking die though. She's gonna get fucking brutally murdered by the Sweet 16 killer, and that's gonna basically spark this movie. It's gonna
Shane,
spark
I would
everything.
like you to come back in the fray, though. I don't like that threat you just veiled at me.
What
Like
threat?
you're gonna sit out. You threaten.
No,
me to
I've
sit
been
out.
talking. I'm letting you guys steer the ship.
I would like you to come back.
No.
On the ship with your. Two
I'm
hosts.
on the ship. I am giving my opinion. I'm letting you guys guide.
They're gonna go into full panic mode at the school, and they're gonna start teaching self-defense classes at school. And I actually love the scene where the fucking gym teachers got to teach them about self-defense tactics, and basically avoiding knives save your lives type deal.
Sprees? Is it?
Yes,
Sprees?
Yeah,
it's
those
fucking
are-
sprees.
yeah.
And it reminds me, guess what? Because guess what we're dealing with? A spree killer.
Okay.
Look at that. See what I
Okay.
did there? But yeah,
I'm glad I found that.
It is fucking sprees. This man sucks sprees like crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, sprees are pretty good. I'm gonna give him that.
They actually look pretty good. Just looking at the.
Dollar store candy.
I gotta say, if I'm sucking a candy, it's gonna be a Jolly Rancher.
You like Jolly Rancher? Yeah, they're pretty good. They're not like sour though. They're very sweet. disagrees.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweethearts. Now I kind of want some candy.
Not to jump ahead because we are a spoiler podcast. But how do you feel that like when they do the principal dynamic with a teacher, like the fact that the principal has been the killer the whole time and he's just having this conversation, like he just killed all these people like 20 years ago. Isn't it a little crazy?
Yeah. Like they don't give any hint that he's the killer in the earlier scenes.
Not at all. Yeah.
Like not even like a red herring like hint. Like he does not.
So we were talking about this while viewing. Like a solid hour 15 into this movie, we were like, "Whoa, who's the killer?"
Yeah, they do a good job of kind of keeping it a mystery.
And then I initially thought it might be the dad, and then that quickly went away.
Right.
Do you like the fact that they did the two killers,
Yes,
killer
I was
concept
into it.
over time?
So the thing was, there technically wasn't two killers in the past.
No, one killer in the past.
Yeah, because then someone just took the mantle in the present. That's what it was.
A bitter loser in the present.
Yeah. So it's interesting because like so much changes from the past to the present because of what they do in the past. Like obviously that guy never becomes the principal because they kill him in the funhouse.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's interesting.
So basically what's going to happen is Jamie's best friend is, I forgot her name, but she's like a fucking science genius who's building like some kind of time machine.
Oh God, what is her name?
I got it right here. So her name is Lauren.
Okay.
Just simply Lauren Creston.
Works for me.
She's building a time machine, and I think it's Lauren. Unless that's
Isn't
the
it
mother.
Amelia?
Yeah, it's Amelia. Sorry.
Is Lauren her mom?
Lauren's the mom.
Okay.
So Amelia is building the time machine because her mother is very adept in science. We'll get to why that's important, but essentially she's going to get stalked for whatever reason by the Sweet 16 killer, fighting her in they have like this like town carnival in this ride called the Quantum Drop is where everything happens. But
Yes.
there's like this side photo booth where she has her set up, and the killer's trying to stab Jamie, but Stab is the fucking like I don't know, like the dashboard area of,
Yes.
of
Yes. And it's essentially they needed a metal conductor to get the time machine to work.
Yes, correct.
So with the carnival is abandoned, right? The carnival hasn't been running in years. This is just all the remnants of it, is what I
Correct.
took. Okay.
Yep.
So why wouldn't they ever get rid of the rides
I have no idea.
like 30 years later? That was my one thing I was like kind of wondering. I'm like, if this carnival hasn't been up and running for so long, why not get rid of some of the shit?
Sometimes they just like, especially with like abandoned land, they just leave it.
Leave
the
it.
town, do you think the town just doesn't care? That's better things to take
Probably,
care of.
Yeah.
Think about how many abandoned malls there are at this point.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like malls, they just leave into complete and total disrepair and just like
Let the plants take them back
yeah,
over.
I was literally about to say they just prefer moss
Yeah.
more than anything else. They're big moss fans. I like Randy. I thought he was the best receiver ever, but like they just like the general moss.
Yeah. They're Santana fans.
Yeah, they prefer the Santana. In any case, the Sweet 16 killer is going to track her to this like thing, and it's going to stab the console, and she is dodging it and is going to be transported back to like 1987 when the crime happens.
Yes. And her goal is to stop all of the killings and figure out who the killer is so she can save her mom in the present.
She's mourning the death of her mom, so she's back in 1987 with really no idea of how actually like who her mom like truly is.
No, because her
But-
mom is a bitch.
Raging cunt, but
She's hot though.
she's going. Of course, they're all hot. In any case, she's going to try to save her mom. To do that, she's got to really track the activities of the three girls that were murdered: Tiffany, Marissa, and Heather. Because obviously, if she protects them, she protects her mother. She can stop this killer before he actually commits any crime and change the course of the future. That's classic Back to the Future.
Yes.
And like the way these time machine things work. Except this movie is a little different, and you'll see later is like because there could be impacts that you don't foresee
Yes.
in time, which I like.
A little bit of a butterfly effect.
I like it though. I like how this movie does like this. Like, yeah, you can't anticipate all of the actions that could occur, whether or not you stop this or not. You could impact so many different things, and things can change so easily.
Essentially, she's also you can change the order of the things happening.
Yes.
Like, just because you stop one thing from happening doesn't mean it won't happen again down the line. Like she saves one girl from getting murdered, but instead the other girl gets murdered in her place.
Yeah,
So
so-
basically, you're just flip flopping the events. And I do like how in this movie they make it that the people in the present have the memories now that are changing. Like, oh, I thought this had happened this way, but my notes say something else.
Photos change too.
Yeah.
Like what you have conceived in the present based on what she changed in the past. Like they'll go back to the present. They're like, oh wait, I thought this, but like I see this now, and you're like, you're right. Like this, the history is different.
Yes.
I'm misconstruing it. But I love how she goes back to the 80s. She's fucking playing dodgeball with
Incredible.
with the short shorts.
I
dude.
love they don't question anything. They're just like, oh, you're a foreign exchange student. Just come on.
From
in.
fucking Canada with the long socks and
Yeah.
the Converse.
I love how she tells the secretary that, and the secretary just hands her a schedule.
She was like, get back to class. Like,
It's incredible.
There is no compliance in the 80s. Like, just get to school.
Brian,
like,
think about how incredible Shane would look in those shorts, though.
Shane would do damage in the
Rock
80s.
those
He would
fuckers.
do damage.
Of course, like totally fucking high on like heroin, but
High on heroin,
he would
but
rock those
he would
shorts
fuck.
regardless.
He would rock the shorts. He would fuck.
He would fuck a
Yeah.
lot.
In the 80s, I mean, everyone was fucking. in
I was
the
going to say
80s.
that. I think we would all do good in the 80s.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're like just everyone fucked.
Look at this dude's mustache, like Randall Parks and his dude, and he's like, "Hey, like I'm gonna report a crime in the future." If someone came to you and was like, "I'm gonna report a crime in the future," what's your response?
I'd probably
away.
stab them.
Yeah, I think stabbing is probably generous, honestly.
One of my favorite parts of the cop storyline is when she gives him the fucking blood from the killer, and they're like DNA database, and they just throw
Dude, what
it,
the fuck is DMA?
and they just throw it on the ground.
Makes you think, how did they catch people back then?
They did.
Hunches.
Yeah, literally, it's
All
true.
the hunch?
I mean, I listen to it all the time. They're catching people now that committed crimes 40 years ago.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but
That's why,
Hunches.
That's why serial killers were so prominent back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't get away with it anymore.
or spree killers. And I'm not talking about spree killers as in like I'm killing people. I'm talking about spree killers as in like I'm destroying this candy.
yeah, I knew it. I knew
saying?
that's what he was referring to.
Spree.
So I do like that the mom of her friend in the past automatically believes her about the time machine since she currently was building the time machine. Like I actually like because she even says if you are building a time machine, you have to account for the time machine working and people coming back to the past with it.
Her mother laid the foundation for her in her notes. Like all that notes
Yeah.
is like left for her mother started the project of the building the time machine and left it to Amelia
Yeah.
to carry on her work. 100%.
Yeah, so I like it. What you think of what's his name?
Red Herring Jones.
Yeah.
Too obvious.
It was. He was never even. Literally, when they showed his fucking notebook that just said "kill them all,"
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay,
I'm not gonna
he's
lie,
not the killer.
First time I saw it, I thought he was the killer.
Really?
And I'll tell you why. Because I thought this movie was not going to shy away from like we're going to give you the killer, and that's not what we're going to
Okay,
focus on.
okay.
You know, if that makes sense. Like we're not going to make it a mystery. This dude is the killer. We're making a parody of it, but
Okay.
like we're going to focus on the time travel element. So I thought he actually was going to be the killer,
fair.
but he wasn't.
No.
They did go for the mystery.
Yeah. Like I said, I never suspected the principal being the killer. Never thought that was coming.
Me neither.
I honestly,
I mean, there's that one part where he talks about like what he's like a good fighter or something.
yes. Which
that's
is a
not
good
enough.
tie-in though to him being the killer. I do like how when she's asking her mom like who would hate you to do this, like the list goes on and on.
Well, because her mother was such a raging cunt, like she never had that interpretation. You always see your parents as your heroes.
Yes.
And she doesn't see like her mother's a raging cunt with the other three girls that were murdered. And like the thing is like her dad
was
they-
a fuck. Look
hunk.
at that. Look
But
at
she
that.
she didn't know that her parents were apparently married years after high school.
Yes.
And her dad mentioned to her that they never did anything in high school because it wouldn't have worked. So when she goes back to time, she sees her dad as her hunk. She sees her mother as a raging fucking bitch cunt. And like they're not dating together. She's dating. He's like dating Tiffany, who's
yeah.
the redheaded girl. They're like hooking up when she goes back to the party in time. They're like fucking and shit. She's also fucking Eddie Royal. Like it's just
Yeah.
like what is this Twin Peaks?
Yeah, and Eddie Royal is saved from getting killed because Tiffany doesn't give BJ's.
Tiffany that's one thing she does do. She does not go for the BJs.
No.
I feel like the blowjob game has evolved. Like it's really good now. Back then, probably not.
I mean,
There's probably not
I
even like
actually have nothing to back that statement up.
right, but just like listen to me. Like,
Okay.
Mike knows the sex talk. I'm actually curious
Yeah.
what he's had to say here.
The foreplay back then, god awful.
Awful, the worst.
Well, the one guy even says he doesn't do foreplay. She has to do it herself.
Exactly. There's probably dudes just jumping in dry back then.
No one wins there.
Yeah, nobody. Not even the waterbed.
Yeah. Oh God. So who's ever slept on a water
Bro,
bed?
have you been on a
I
waterbed?
never once.
Slept on one.
And what are your thoughts?
It's too squishy.
Not for
It
you?
just fucking.
Shane needs a firm
How's it on your back?
mattress.
I mean, I was a child. My cousin had a race car waterbed when we were younger.
That was like an everyday bed.
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't like it.
No, okay.
Matt, you ever jump on a waterbed?
No, I have not.
Do you want to?
I would be curious to try it.
I don't think they make them anymore.
Probably
I
not.
think you get a full 8 hours on that thing.
How
Probably
about
not.
fucking on a waterbed? That's gonna be
That
tough.
would
That's
be-
got to be wild.
Harder.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough because of all like the fucking movements, like motion of the ocean type deal.
Or maybe it helps with your penetration.
Maybe. I never, never done it. In any case, Tiffany is going to unfortunately
Succumb to the killer.
to a murderer. After she, her and Eddie, don't actually, get it on here. She's gonna try to fight off the killer, but the killer's gonna, I believe, stab her repetitively 16 times on the waterbed. And just like it was in the past, she dies, and obviously Jamie her goal is to stop all of these murders, but no, she's dead on the waterbed, and things may change a little bit in the past throughout this movie, but she's trying to go back. Her goal is to stop these. That's the goal.
Right.
And Heather is fucking toast. The
So-
killer goes in there and fucking stabs her 16 times on the waterbed.
Because she thought she was going to be in the garage or something.
Yeah,
Correct.
that actually was one of my favorite scenes when she goes to the garage to check for Tiffany. And she's like, "Isn't Tiffany in here?" And the guy's like, "Wait, there was a schedule."
Yeah, I like that too, because it's you think it's gonna go exactly like planned, but it's probably not, because butterfly effect, anything could change anything.
Exactly.
And I like that about this movie. She also tries to really befriend the mean girl of her mother, who's really the leader of the mean girls, and she doesn't see her mother in the light because it's her mother.
Yes.
But she is,
So, but her mother does have flashes of humanity
Of
throughout
course.
the movie.
Yes.
So, because you find out she's kind of nerdy and likes what was the horror
Sci-fi.
sci-fi movies,
Yep.
yeah. So there is little bits like that.
And she almost calls her mom a couple times.
Oh,
and she's like,
Mamacita.
Mamacita.
Mamacita. And your thoughts about that were I wish that wasn't in this movie.
No, I was cool with it.
You liked it, okay.
Mamacita, you are so Latino.
I like where she's going with this.
Latino.
I'm a big fan
heat.
of Eddie Guerrero.
Latino heat. That was his OG music.
It sure was.
Eddie, what a wrestler, right?
Yep.
Rip.
It's the best. He was on my fantasy team.
What do you mean fantasy team?
I used to have a fantasy wrestling team.
That's even.
So,
a fan.
Brian, you want to hear it a completely true story?
Mm-hmm.
We used to do wrestling fantasy. The day Eddie Guerrero passed, we let him know about it, and he's like, "Oh, damn, he was on my fantasy team."
That's what he said.
That's what Shane
I
said.
believe that.
Complete psychotic response.
No, I mean that's not true.
It literally happened.
No, but he was on my fantasy team.
Okay.
And he died, and your reaction was I don't really care about his death as much as I care about the impact.
No.
of his
I
Yeah.
mean, I just realized in that moment I had to remove him and put someone else in the starting
And it was
spot.
from that day I knew Shane was a complete psycho.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I turned out to be right.
Yeah. I mean, is it a money motivator? Is it is more money than horror? What's the deal?
Well, the thing is, the fantasy league was free and there was no cash prize, so it wasn't a money thing. I just generally I was like, oh, he was on my fantasy team.
What scores you points in a wrestling fantasy league?
Pinfall, submission, finishing move.
Finishers.
What scores you the most?
I think pinfall after a finisher. I don't know.
Wouldn't you think a submission would be more than a pinfall?
I
I would
honestly
think so.
I don't remember. WWE used to have it on their website, right? It was on WWE's actual website back when WWE had a cool website.
Cool.
But yeah. So next up, they go to the cabin, right, Bri?
Yeah, so they're gonna plan to go to the cabin, which is where essentially she tries to steer them from going anywhere rural in general.
Yes.
She knows the next kill is in the cabin.
Yes.
And I think it's Marissa that's actually
Supposed
theoretically,
to be killed.
Marissa is killed. However, she tries to get them to go to hey, let's have a girls' day somewhere completely different. However, she thinks they're going somewhere else completely. They end up going to the cabin. against her better judgment.
Yep.
But it's not exactly Marissa that's going to be killed here.
It's the other girl.
It's
I don't
Heather.
remember. Heather,
Heather.
yes.
So time has changed. But like she also doesn't know that the dudes are going to be there because, wherever there is a pussy banded up, there's going to be a dick to fuck that pussy.
Yes, and it's also like history changes because her dad gets stabbed here,
Yeah.
which I'm sure didn't happen originally.
Her
And,
dad,
like,
yeah, you're right. And like also the girl that's the cop's daughter is here.
yeah. And they think she's the killer after this because she had disappeared during a lot of this.
Yeah, she's also a fucking drug addict.
She did feed them like 16 pot brownies each, but apparently weed ain't hitting like it does nowadays.
Well, no, because there's like fucking Fenty in it and shit.
Yeah, so like our weed is not better. It's just laced with more stuff.
Uh,
Like back then, that was like pure grass. I'm calling it grass now.
okay.
And like
Very 80s of you.
It is interesting because yes, Blake was dating Tiffany. Tiffany couldn't be deader, right?
Yeah.
But like now she mentioned like that potentially she approaches the subject with her mother, obviously not knowing that relationship, that like she'll eventually, because she's clairvoyant, would get married to Blake. She starts putting the hots on Blake, Pam.
Yes. And this is going to preemptively make the future that she now has a brother.
Yeah, that's in the future that she doesn't know yet.
She also has a gay brother.
She has a brother, a gay brother, and her name is actually the brother's name and not her name.
Yeah, yes, their names switch, right?
Yeah, his name becomes Jamie. Her name becomes fucking Colette or something.
Yeah.
Tony Collette.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually an interesting thing I never thought of. That if you change certain things, like your whole name and shit like that
But,
can
like,
change.
I love that though. Like that's like that. That's what I would understand if you're going back in time and changing shit.
Yeah,
Any small detail will change something.
I like it. It's this movie's attention to details like that, and just the fact that it's so fucking funny. Like that really works.
You
for
would
it.
say that Jamie's like attire is borderline atrocious though. Like that coat and that jacket.
Oh, it's terrible.
Because her mother wears the coat too, and it's just awful.
Terrible attire.
Now it was big in the '80s. That was a brutal bump, by the way. You get a cut if you're like preparing food. No bandages. You cover it up with bread.
Of course. And speaking of covering
Oh my
up,
god, that does happen.
speaking of cover, the killer is going to be in the cabin and fucking not only like not kill Marissa, he's actually going to throw Heather down the stairs and repetitively stab her.
Yeah, I see. This is where I don't think he gets the 16 stabs off though.
You don't think he stabs her 16
Let's
times?
count the stabbings.
1, 2, 3, 4. Flip.
He might
5.
get there. He might get
I-
there.
I think he's gotten there, dude.
7, 8, 9.
Oh,
I stopped at
tackle.
9.
Yeah, so I think he got 9 or 10 in there.
You don't think he goes back and gets the extra 7?
No, because he runs off. Remember?
Yeah, that's a real blue ball moment.
I
for
mean, he
him.
definitely stabs Blake, but it's not a fatal wound.
No.
You don't think he goes, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he leaves. He just
He
straight up leaves.
leaves. That's crazy. This is what happens when you can change time.
And this is where they get the hard soil evidence because they collect his nose blood, but there's no DNA, so they can't do anything with it.
That's fair. In any case, she like fights him off, right? And like, doesn't she like fucking rock him in the head?
Yeah, that's how he gets the bloody nose, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, he does some damage here to Pam. He kills her, but he's essentially gonna get away. In any case, she doesn't. This is where she brings the evidence to the police.
Yep,
They don't
yep,
fucking
yep.
believe the things that she says because obviously you don't have DMA in fucking
It's
1987.
I find that so hard to believe.
Yeah, DNA is like relatively new. Like,
They wouldn't even get like full DNA prints. They would get like partials. Like,
Yeah.
they wouldn't even get, and even partials couldn't even stand up in court. Like they had to get like full DNA prints. It was like really not easy to catch killers, which we think that like all these big killers are killed. There's tons of killers that are just like got away with it.
Yeah,
right.
you're 100%.
So crazy. Now, I believe if Shane was a killer back then, he would just be like nutting on every crime.
The thing is, like
scene.
Shane's really smart.
Yeah, he's super
I,
smart.
I'll give, like Shane, I'm gonna be honest, you're a very smart kid.
okay.
Yeah.
You're very smart.
Where's this going?
Nowhere. Just I think you
you're-
could get away with murder.
Okay, I see. Yeah, okay.
No,
There was always a little catch.
you're smart. You're smart. You're a smart guy.
You're
You were,
gonna get
gifted,
away with
you were
murder.
gifted and talented, dude.
So were you.
But you were more than me.
I don't know about
You were
that.
more than me. I
We
mean, there's a
finished
scale.
literally like I think like right next to each other in our class like rankings.
Always. But like you're smart. You're a smart kid. You knew what you were doing.
Thank you.
You knew how to
Thank you.
get away
I
with
knew
murder.
how to get away with murder. So they're gonna come through now. They're gonna go back to the carnival.
Yes.
Because they're gonna try to catch the killer using bait,
Of course.
and the bait is Marissa.
Always is.
And and they're gonna hide in the blowjob house. It's the House of Dolls, but that's where Marissa is known to blow everyone. So they're gonna hide there, and the plan is to kill the killer before he kills Marissa.
Yep.
However, their plan is not gonna work fully because they're gonna stop the killer
Jamie stabs him.
with the scythe.
Yes, correct.
And kills him. And that's when they unveil that it is indeed the principal.
Yep.
And we find out he was in love with Fat Trish. And Fat Trish was bullied into accidentally killing herself by drinking and driving.
Yeah, and this is due to Pam's friends, right? So it was due to the all the mean girls. It
Yes.
was due to the Tiffany's. It was due to the Marissas, due to the Heathers that,
Yes.
that bullied her.
Which you learn, though, her mom wasn't part of that.
No, she was not. That's why I didn't mention her name.
Yep. But then that's why I want to go off. So then they're like, well, when did you get this note? And then she's like, I never got that note. Another killer comes, slits Marissa's throat. And this is when you find out, plot twist, the second killer, which is not technically a second killer, I guess he'd be a copycat killer almost.
It's a copycat killer 30 years in the future
Yes.
that's coming back that obviously killed Pam in the future because he wanted to carry on the murders of the Sweet 16 killer.
Yes, it's Chris Dubasage, and he killed the mother in the future because he needed to win his podcast award, so he needed a new murder so he could talk about it on his podcast.
He's got a couple of podsies, but it's not enough.
No, he wants to Pulitzer Prize
Yeah,
or
'cause
whatever
his
it is.
father is winning fucking Norm Dubasage is winning Pulitzer.
But he's not going to win anymore because when they run away from him, Chris is going to kill his father live on air.
literally laughs.
Stabs his dad in the head.
It's actually crazy and funny at the same time.
It is.
We're all fans of Norm Dubasage.
But he's dead now. And this is when they're going to go into the quantum drop. So the idea is now they got to spin that to use as the time machine to go back to the present. But if they are not tied, like holding on or something, they can fall off and poof into a red mist.
Yeah, you explode into red mist.
Yeah.
Which is going to literally just like happen to him.
Yes, because Chris Dubasage and the main I can't remember her name now.
Jamie,
they're going to be fighting because her name's going to turn to Colette in like 2 seconds. They're going to be fighting on that. And
I think the mother's there too, right? Like
yes, but she gets knocked off before that whole thing happens.
Sweet 16 killer. Actually, I think it stabs Pam on the quantum drop.
Yes.
She's pulled out of the quantum drop, but Jamie does stab Dubasage.
Yes.
And I think she shoots him with a nail gun,
Yes.
and he explodes into the red mist because he's pushed off, and it does
yes.
explode based on physics.
Yes. So then she goes back to the future, to the present, I should say. Her mom is alive, but now. So what I like though is it makes the other girl like very close friends with the mom. So like her best friend's mom now is friends with her mom because they're close because of what happened in the past. And Jamie learns she now has a brother named Jamie, and like so the mom actually wrote a book for Jamie of everything that she thinks has changed in the 30 years, which I think is really cool.
I think it's great. It's like her mother, who was best friend, like I would say, like best friends with her as she was growing up, technically through high school, because like going back in time, they were like really close friends, which I really liked. So like that meetup at the end with her and her best friend Amelia's mother.
Yes.
I think that was super cool.
Me too. I completely agree. I really like that little thing at the end.
Yeah.
My one question is, who is the new principal?
It's a great
Oh,
question.
and no, they answer it. I lied. It's the football player. The
That's
guy
right.
who was supposed to be the gym coach is actually the principal of the school. They actually do answer that at the very end of the movie.
Yep.
Which I like that he's like the principal now and not like a complete douche gym teacher.
Yeah. Avoid your knife, save your life.
Yep. Great. It's so funny. But what's her name? The cop is still a pot smoking cop, right?
Yeah,
Like
so like
stayed the same.
Kara's a pot smoking. Like that was like something that she just did throughout high school. She would have the pot, and she was like kind of like a bitch to her.
Yeah.
Obviously earlier on in the movie. I also think that is interesting in this movie. There's a scene where she has like a meetup with Chris Dubasage early on, just talking about like the killer back then. Obviously, like Chris Dubasage has already killed her mother at this point in the present, and they just have a meetup about the murder and like her thoughts. And you know, it's crazy that there's like no suspecting Chris Dubasage at this point. Meanwhile, this guy is like fucking the one that went back to do it. It's crazy, and it's basically just to carry on the legacy because he's not getting as much notoriety as his
And
father.
he needs something to pick it back up.
And the way he picks it back up is success with his podcast by covering this killer in the town of Vernon that has just seemingly went away for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
Because obviously the murderer died because it was the principal.
Yeah. Which I like that reveal because I didn't suspect it. So that is Totally Killer. This is totally how we're ending the month of October. And I actually want to say, before I go into my review, I think this is a very strong October, minus the first movie.
Agreed. I agree.
Obviously, Halloween 6 was fucking abysmal, but Haunt, Victor Crowley, and this, I think were a good series.
It was a fun October.
Yeah, yeah. So I was debating between two numbers. I'm going to give this an 8.
Whoa.
Yeah, I really like this movie.
You don't think you're going a little too high on that?
That 7 was my other number I was thinking of going.
But you're like, I'm stiff enough to give this an 8.
I'm rock solid right now. Rock solid 8.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like, it's just one of those movies I could see myself watching it again. I like the characters, the music. I think the entertainment value is there for a rewatch. Yeah, like this movie had every reason to fail because the comedy of it is so you can make it political or preachy that I'm so happy with how it turned out, where they just made it funny. Mm-hmm. They made it realistic, like where she is so taken aback by the cultural norms of the 80s compared to like 2020. So like, I think they did that well. And it's such a tricky thing to do well nowadays. Like comedy sucks. So for horror to be the only thing that can do comedy right, I think is also just very impressive at this point. So yeah, I'm going to give it a strong 8 out of 10.
That's fair.
I'm also stiff right now. So stiff that I will go the double loop for an 8. Not to be a fucking parrot, but I've never agreed with anything more. This movie had every right in the book to just suck ass. Think about the premise of it. It's wild. Time traveling, butterfly effects. This movie's like kind of woke, but not in a bad way. But it does it well. It's well done. Looking back on it, this dude being the future killer, sort of obvious, but that's fine. This movie's super witty and it's quick and it's fun and it's not slow and it's not boring and yeah, well done. Big fan of it. Good performances. Some solid kills. Yeah, I like the premise of a Sweet 16 killer. Stabbing 16 times. Yeah, 16 divided by cut in half, 8. I'm going 8.
Yeah, that's fair. This is an underrated movie in my opinion. Like the fact that this has not gotten more interest or more conversation.
Dude, seriously, no joke.
It goes under the radar.
I had no idea this movie existed.
Yeah, this movie's great. Like it's really good. So so I'm not like making this. I do have this movie as a 7. You see that there, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
see
making
it.
this up, but it's a very high 7.
Okay.
I really like this movie a lot, and for everything that you guys said, not to repeat it, it's true. This movie does something that I really like. They take the time periods and they blend them together in a way that's not political or not like preachy. They take the wokey now times, they take the super conservative previous times, but they make it work for what's better and what's funny most of all. Like what is funny to people, and I love that. It's very lighthearted. It's not deep, but it's a really good story. And I don't know, it's really enjoyable the whole way through. At the end of the day, I always say when it comes to these types of movies, like comedy wins and it's funny. Like if this movie was not funny, it would suck ass. It would be terrible. Nobody would care about it, but it's funny. And I do recommend this for people that like have never heard of this or are interested in comedy movies and maybe not are so much interested in horror. This is a bridge of both that it's really good. I recommend Totally Killer. It's a really fun movie, and I love retro movies that do go back in time and play with the sci-fi element. But yeah, I'm gonna go with strong 7. I really enjoyed this movie.
I love that. Like I know almost the whole movie basically is in the 80s, but I love the 80s scenes.
Incredible.
Very well
incredible. Matt?
High 7.
Okay.
7.
It's a good movie though. Like
praise.
I really enjoy movies that are like this because I am a sucker for like Hot Tub Time Machine. I think that movie's fucking awesome. I think it's so funny. Is it ridiculous? Sure, but that's the point. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously, is there any theoretical evidence behind like, oh, I have a time machine, this can work? No. But
You just have to accept it. Like
you
when
have
it comes to time machine, you just have to
it's the
accept it.
suspending disbelief element, but it's funny. It's not any better or worse than all the other bullshit that we've reviewed that makes absolutely zero sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great. And like if you like sci-fi movies where like you go back in the past and can influence the future, Prisoner of Azkaban style, this movie does that.
Yeah. I mean, you're 100% right.
I just love the cast in this movie.
Also great. So let's talk about which one is your favorite kill of the cast.
Oh,
I
I'm gonna
normally go first. Let's let you guys go.
Waterbed.
Okay. I like that you said that.
Waterbed kill.
Waterbed, because you're dealing with kills in the past and the future.
Yeah.
Also with the It's a
So
couple
can we
of the-
put Julie Bowen in? 'Cause
She technically
dies
doesn't
and then
die.
She's not dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go with the Tiffany Clark kill at the party, which is the first one on the waterbed, only because like this is the one that she tries to stop. It's the night of the 16th birthday at her party. It's sort of similar. She can't stop it. I think that's the one that kicks it off. I'm gonna go with that one.
I agree. That was what I was going to go with too. So I'm glad we're all in agreement. So, Tiffany, you were the original kill of the Sweet 16 killer. Some would call you infamous because of that, because the first kill is always one of the most notoriety. Like, you don't want to be the fourth kill. No one remembers the fourth girl who got killed. You want to be the first. I mean, essentially, you probably don't want to get killed. But if you are going to get killed, you want to be number one or the last one.
You know what they say? You always remember your first time.
Exactly. And we're going to remember. Actually, you're going to remember your first word, though? She don't blow. She don't do BJs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. But she did die on a waterbed. And how 80s is that? And just for that, you know what? We're going to bonus. Waterbed got stabbed because it was leaking.
Shit,
So the waterbed is going in with her.
that's crazy.
She's going in with the waterbed.
No,
I'm doing it. I'm breaking all the rules.
you won't do it. That's
All right.
Is that the first bed in the Necronomicon?
It is. Yes, I could join the radio from the thing. So that's the end of October. And like we said at the beginning of the podcast, we have a choose your own adventure type thing coming up next month. Mike is starting us off with the pretty little thing that lives in the house.
You're welcome.
I think it's called I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the
I
House.
am the pretty little thing that lives in the house.
It's a movie that's going to rock our socks. I promise you,
gonna
it
rock
will
your
be the
world.
best movie that we've ever seen ever because of the gothic horror element.
Yes.
We're going to be fucking floored.
Yes. So with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week when...
I don't like what he's doing.
No, because it's going to be a phenomenal film.
I don't like what he's doing.
Go catch it on Netflix. It is going to be
Bro, there's
amazing.
upside down chairs in the movie.
It's the gothic horror treasure of 2016. I can't wait to see I Am the Pretty Little Thing That Lives in the House, or The Pretty Thing That Lives in the House, or Pretty Little Liars, whatever the fuck it's called. In any case, you can absolutely catch our podcast on YouTube. Please subscribe, as well as any podcast platform that you do listen to your shows. Feel free to listen on Apple Podcasts. Spotify will be there, and we'll see you next week for I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. Let me get that. We got this shit. Let's go.
It's time.
Let's fucking go. We're done with October. It's very sad.